As we head into 2023, I thought it would be nice to have a look at some of the YouTubers who used to do Clash of Clans and they seem to have dropped off. We're going to be looking at almost a dozen YouTubers. Some of them are household names that you will remember, such as Jake from Onehive and Powerbang. And others are probably that old that you've maybe, possibly, depending how long you've been playing the game, never heard of them. The first one we're going to have a look at is MasterOv. Now, MasterOv is a bit of an interesting one. He was a YouTuber. He got in trouble for breaking YouTube's terms of service, so he had to delete all of his Clash of Clans videos off the channel, which he did. He rebranded himself to be some generic gaming channel playing Pokemon, playing Slither.io, and so on and so forth. And he still had a lot of viewership on his channel, 2.41 million subscribers. 3 years ago, he said, that's it, I'm taking a break. My hands are buggered. I've got some issue with my hands. It stops me playing. Then 2 years ago, he decided that he was now going to do TV presentations in a TV show called Nerducation, like nerd and education. That show had 14 episodes of roughly 10 to 15 minutes each. He was not a presenter in every single episode, but he did do some of them. Obviously, that didn't pan out because here we have him a couple of months ago. He's resurrected the channel. As you can see, this was him announcing the TV show 2 years ago, and then nothing until 3 months ago. He started to come back, but his viewership is abysmal. Now, he did also launch 2 other channels, or possibly more. He did have a toy channel, which is gone now because YouTube nuked advertising for kids. He bought a Tesla, so he decided to have a channel called Tesla Driver. Then he also had his other gaming channel, which he rebranded to become a vlog channel, day in the life sort of a thing. Obviously, this is all of his gaming from that channel, and then he decided to rebrand it. Look, nobody seemed to really care too much, but 5 years ago and 3 years ago was the last he updated on that one. Tesla Driver, he had an absence of 2 years, 1 year, and now 3 months and 2 months. And MasterOv channel has just come back in the last 3 months after nearly a 2-year absence. And obviously, even though with 2.41 million subscribers, the viewership is pretty abysmal. Next, we come to Simon Tay. Now, Simon Tay was one of the OG YouTubers of Clash of Clans, one of the original type of people that got invited to Helsinki, a Supercell chosen one. When YouTube nuked the channel's advertising because of kids videos things, he had set his whole channel to be suitable for children. He lost all advertising, and essentially he had to change into different games and different things, which is what he did here. He stopped playing Clash of Clans a long time ago, and that was pretty well the end of him. As you can see, 2 years, and now 2 months and 1 month he started to come back. Then we come into Runbuck, JTJ, great analytic, great strategy YouTuber from back in the day, but as you can see, he stopped doing YouTube around 5 years ago, decided he was going to do PUBG. That didn't pan out for him, and essentially just pretty well gave up on the channel and just went back to doing whatever it was he was doing. Now, there's another YouTuber who you might remember, and no, this is not that YouTuber's name. That YouTuber was Matu Gaming. If you were a Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 7, chances are you either went to Matu Gaming to get his daily base builds, or you had one, or you faced one in war. And I even have a video on my channel how to beat this Matu Gaming war base. He used to do daily base builds on his channel. Then he was up around 150 plus thousand subscribers. Then he stopped uploading for a period of time. Then when uploads began again, this particular guy you see in the thumbnail, he was the face on the screen, and he was just talking and just as if nothing had changed. And the comments were like, who the hell are you? What the hell is this channel? Because he had renamed it to J Nut. J Nut was now the name of the channel. Anyways, he never answered the people, and then he abused them, saying, well, of course you're damn well subscribed because you're subscribed to this channel, so shut the hell up. Then he finally addressed the question, and his answer was simply this. Matu Gaming was the voice and the video editor but he provided all the content for Matu. Of course, this was not verifiable because Matu never had a voice. Matu never came on to say, hey, I'm Matu, and that's not true, or it is true, or anything of that nature. He then decided to rebrand the channel as an esports channel, as an esports gaming team. And he was starting to upload videos on what they're doing in the gaming team world. And then people were having fun at him because he had a serviette in his top pocket as if it was a top pocket decoration on his suit. Then he renamed the channel, rejigged the channel to be some kind of sales experience. So he was going to teach you how to do sales. He also had tried the channel as a day in the life vlogging channel. That failed. And then this is the last iteration, some kind of channel that does, he was going to do slots. And now this is the last iteration that you can see, some kind of challenge channel. And as you can see here, last upload 2 years ago. So that is what happened to the Matu gaming channel. Now we come to Gadi HH. A little bit of controversy around Gadi. Great educational videos for Town Hall 9 tacking, especially, which was his fortitude. He was great at Town Hall 9 tacking. Now, he did get banned from Reddit. Reddit accused him of having multiple accounts and using each account to log in and promote his other videos and so on and so forth. Now, he did end up in the clan Crystal Warrior, which was led by Tiger at the time, and Tiger's channel is Nightly Gaming, and we'll be having a look at that channel as well. Now, Tiger was in the armed services. He went on deployment, and Crystal Warriors continued. And when he came back, Tiger had told everybody, and I know we're talking about Gadi, but this is an important part of the story. Tiger said, before you do a war attack, you must submit your plan to me for my approval. And if you don't 3-star, you must write out a lengthy essay about what it was that stopped you from 3-starring and what you would do to improve that. And you must submit that to him. So there was an ensuing war within the clan at the time. And then Gadi left. And a bunch of people followed Gadi, basically almost drained the clan. And I think Gadi's clan was called Summer's Never Here or Winter Never Here or something like that. And all seemed to be going well with that clan. Then we had the Psychic Octopus, and Gadi's account got nuked in the wave of the Psychic Octopus. And that was it. He stopped uploading to the channel and he never came back again. So that's what happened to Gadi HH. Now we'll talk about Nightly Gaming. As you can see, his channel now says Nightly Crypto. When all that furore went on, he stayed the leader of Crystal Warrior. Then he handed over to Soonthorn. Soonthorn was also a great attacker. And Soonthorn got disinterested because he wasn't invited to ClashCon. And shortly after that, he pretty well stopped playing the game. But he did have great insights into how to generate activity within the clan at the time. But we're talking about Nightly Gaming, which is now called Nightly Crypto. Now what happened is he left the clan, Tiger left the clan, and he just decided to be a visiting player, visiting various other clans. He also started another channel of personal development and advice that he felt he could offer. I can't remember the name of that channel. But at some point he decided to rename Nightly Gaming to Nightly Crypto, which is what he did, and suddenly he was posting crypto videos. I did leave a comment on one of his videos saying I came here for the Clash of Clans, and he commented, and it's a shame to see it all nuked, and he said it's basically been privatized but not nuked. But essentially he stopped uploading after the fallout within Crystal Warrior. Now we come to Clashing Matty. Clashing Matty had a budding channel. He was growing in leaps and bounds. He was even doing a little video series where he was popping around to different clans and he would feature attacks from in those clans on his channel at the time. And he was doing Clash of Clans and everything was going well. He was getting a little bit disheartened with the ability to 3-star Town Hall 10s at the time, before there was Town Hall 11, and it was almost like if you 3-star a Town Hall 10, then you must be cheating and so on and so forth. He decided that for whatever reason, his channel wasn't doing good enough, and he wanted to get into Rocket League. As you can see here, rebranding, and No Man's Sky. And now No Man's Sky was coming out at the time, and that was a big brouhaha game, and he decided he was going to devote the whole channel to just doing No Man's Sky. So that is, he's not coming in lately to a Clash of Clans. He's going to start off brand new on a brand new game and flood the world with his skills in No Man's Sky. Of course, No Man's Sky was a big fail, so that was no good there. So he decided to do Rocket League, as you can see here. Now, if you just compare his viewership numbers of his Clash of Clans stuff, even with thumbnails that maybe not be the best, and then you have a look at Rocket League viewership, it's abysmal. So after a few years of Rocket League, so on and so forth, he did play Overwatch, as you can see here, and a few other things. It didn't really amount to much. So in the end, he's decided that, screw this, I'm not going to do a gaming channel anymore. It'll be MMA. And as you can see, he's done 3 uploads of MMA, and that's the end of his channel. Now we come to Wicked Gaming. Wicked was one of the Supercell chosen ones, and he said to me, as a clan leader of the clan I was in at the time, he wasn't 100% sure why Supercell asked him to come on board. At the time, he had less than 30,000 subscribers, and in fact, I think he might have only had around 20,000 when they asked him on board. But they asked him on board, and they started promoting his things and got him up over 100,000 subs. And they even invited him to Finland a few times, and it looked like he was going to be one of the early adopters, early adapters, early special people for Brawl Stars. But that never eventuated. And when PUBG came out, he decided he wanted to be a PUBG YouTuber. But as you can see, the viewerships are not that great on his videos for someone with 100,000 subscribers. And then he decided he was going to be a PUBG pro player and just devote all of his time to playing PUBG. But essentially that hasn't ended up panning out, and possibly he's finished his degree now and has just decided, I'm not uploading, I'm too busy working a job with my degree. So that is what's happened to his channel. Now we come to General Tony. General Tony had made no qualms that he spent his money from his channel to buy a gym and create a gymnasium. As you can see, the last video he uploaded was 2 years ago. He was still getting some decent views. They're not the best views for someone with 2 million subs, but at the time, he had also been slack with his uploading. When he was uploading very frequently, he would often get 100,000 views on his videos. And when he stopped uploading, then came back after a while, then his viewership just went down to those 10 and 20,000 videos. Now, what's interesting about General Tony's channel in general is a few years ago, while there was a lull in subscribership of all YouTube channels, and I'm even talking about guys like Galadon and so on, General Tony's channel was the only one that had increased subscribers and increased viewership on top of that. While other people's subscribers might have been going down, their overall viewership was becoming less each month. General Tony was the only YouTuber who was bucking that trend at the time. But of course, as you can see, in over 2 years, he has not uploaded anything. Now we come to Powerbang. Powerbang is famous for making thumbnails that look like he's trying to catch a fly in his mouth. As we all know, one of his clanmates got done by the Psychic Octopus, and that was the end of his run as a Supercell chosen one, so he decided to do PUBG. And basically, PUBG grew his channel. But at some point, he just decided to upload less and less and less. And as you can see here, his upload schedule has just fallen way by the way, so it doesn't really bother uploading anymore. And as a result, his viewership kind of reflects that. Now we come to Jake from Onehive. Jake from Onehive, as everybody knows, really pissed off, really out vocal about Supercell and all the wrong things that Supercell was doing. He decided that he was going to make his own game, and he was going to do it right. Jake Done Right from Done Right Gamings. Now, his subscribers obviously has gone down tremendously. As you can see here, game update, your chance to be part of the next big game. So he was requiring funding, so you could chip in to help him develop the game. Now, this is 4 years ago. And this is the result of that funding drive. 78,000 Australian, which is $52,949 American. 745 backers. And as you go down the tier list, you can see how many people gave him $5, how many gave him, what was that one? 10, and so on and so forth. Now there's people that gave him $1,000 or more, and there's 10 of those people. No one gave him $10,000. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, there was a lot of lack of communication. And in this last video he did 2 years ago, he basically talked about putting in a community manager to communicate with the people who had invested and everyone who was looking after his games, which is rather ironic because he always accused Supercell of not communicating with anybody, anywhere, any of their players. And here we have Jake has taken in $52,000 a few years ago to fund the development of a game and basically has not done anything with it. And that's all I have for this video, and that's all there is about these YouTubers. I did try to look up what happened to the Hulk Files. If you remember him, he was one of the first YouTubers that did analytical videos analyzing a base, how to analyze a base to figure out how to attack it and so on and so forth. But I can't find his channel anymore to see what happened to it. So I assume it is just gone. In any case, if you know of any YouTubers that you might want to know whatever happened to them, or you think maybe I should have covered them here, let me know down below in the comments, or if you have anything else to say, drop them down below. And as always, thanks for watching.